See, check out this video about Emmett Till. For you young people, this is way before your time. They hung that man, they hung that boy just for looking at a white woman. Now, when I was growing up in Pennsylvania, I was a very little child, maybe in first grade. There was this black man, they hung him on the streets, right down on Main Street. I was a little boy then. I didn't understand what they meant when they hung him because he whistled at a white woman. Because I had to get older. So that was going on when I was a little kid. But before I was even born, that was some atrocious stuff. You shouldn't be hidden from this history. You should know your history, just like everyone else know their history.
For Emmett Till, time stopped at 14
Might not be a bad idea to go to the Black Museum, especially when in Washington they're showing some of these things. Because you don't need to forget your history. These are the same people that's in office. These are the same people. The only reason they ain't hanging you now is because you're more powerful now. You're more smarter.
That dominated the South.
See, they got to be sneaky and dirty right now. They can't do it like they did in the past. Although, that's why 16 shots, I like to show that video. Although, they made an attempt when they started just shooting brothers just like that. So, what does all this mean? What are you going to do about it? Well, one thing is, everyone, white and black, is caught up in this game, by the way. See, this satanic force that y'all call Satan and the demons, they don't work outside of the body. They need a weak vessel to get into. And then it's the only way they can pull their stuff. So the weaker vessel just happened to be in the white folks. And black folks, but mostly the white folks. See, they were the weak vessel, which meant Satan get in there and just cause all kind of rage. And so that's what's doing this, real people. See, but Satan's in them. But once you start eating that meat, then you become a weaker vessel too. That's why they wanted you to eat that meat. So they're killing the white folks too. They're killing everybody. They're just killing the black folks in a more drastic way. Shooting them and hanging them. They're poisoning you. They're real. They may be aliens as far as I know. I did go, when I was young, to Area 51 over there. Yes, I did. Had my children in the back seat. My wife at the time, she was right there with me. Yes, I did. I got met at the door of the city. I call it a door, but what's a door? I got met there and turned back. But I got what I wanted when I got there. I felt all of that. So, I'm concerned they're aliens. But doesn't matter if they're aliens or not. So what can you do? First of all, be enlightened. Now, Dick Gregory is enlightening everybody. People are being enlightened all over the place. But the next step is what to do. Because the reason you're being enlightened is so that you can then react to it. React to this satanic force. And that's metaphor. That video was nice. Now, let me show you this McDonald's sign again. Look at this McDonald's sign. Isn't that crazy? $8. Now, if they want to be a righteous people, they'll give $8 to children that are living at home, and don't tax them, and don't mess with their parents' money, because that's helping. Now, individually, you know good and well, you can't live off of what they be giving you, but you fronting, fronting like everything's okay, because the other folks say, "How you doing?" You say, "I'm fine." No, you're not fine. You can't pay the rent, and then you can't buy nothing. Now for $8, they're giving this to grown folks. So if they give it to the children at home, Then they're trying to be righteous and don't tax them and don't penalize the parents. Boy, so the first thing they'll stop eating meat. Did you know if you stop eating meat, that you be messing with half of their income, half of their I can't think of a good word, half of their army? These are warlords. You stop eating that meat, you cut. If you want to be a rebel, stop eating the meat. Just plain outright stop all of it. Man, McDonald's will go out of business. Everything that they establish will go out of business. Now their franchises is cool. They got franchises now. They need us. They didn't want to need us. But times have changed. They need us. They need us. So they put some of us a token into positions of management, franchise management.
For Emmett Till, time stopped at 14 years old. His cousin remembers he was full of life.
I've never seen him with a dull day. It just wasn't going to happen.
But in 1955, when the Chicago teenager made his first visit to relatives in Mississippi, Emmett was naive to the violent white supremacy that dominated the South. He whistled at a white woman, Carolyn Bryant. Later, her husband and brother-in-law stormed into Emmett's family home.
Hello, this is Macareno Bennett. I used to go by the title Prophet Bennett. Yeah, I've healed a lot of people too. Some of them are in very important places and will testify if I call on them. They know I prefer my privacy though. It's not about being famous. Famous ain't got nothing to do with God. If you're famous and you're still living, that means you ain't working with God, because this is Satan's country. This is Satan's world. You didn't know that? Listen, I've been a lot of religions. I was born Baptist, went into Presbyterian, then I went into Pentecostal, which is sanctified. I went into Catholic. They threw me out of Catholic school though. Yeah, they just came out with them Newport cigarettes back in the 50s somewhere. And I stole a pack and they caught me at school with a whole carton. So you know they threw me out. So Catholic school didn't last long at all. Been Lutheran. So I'm not against fellowshipping. That's a difference between fellowshipping and religion. Here's what you not to understand. I am not bowing down. No man's going to tell me to get on my knees and get off my knees. No man. I don't do that. You do that. I don't do that. And the next time you get to bowing down your knees, you look forward at the man's shoes that's told you to get on your knees. I just don't do that. I know the truth. Listen, they lying to you. They've been lying to you. They lying to you all the time. They lie to you and you don't care. One reason you don't care is they set up a system where you're scared to death that you gotta continuously pray in those fashions. Ain't nothing wrong with praying. I pray every day, practically all day. I just know that God ain't inside one of them trapped feelings, and that you ain't gotta do that. Fellowshipping is okay, but that's not what you're doing. They're lying to you. You know, getting together, playing a little music, socializing, talking about your issues. You can do that there. You can do that in the club. But when you tell somebody that that's the only thing that they're gonna get to heaven with, and then you start feeding them a bunch of lies, walking on some water mess, listen to me. There are miracles, or else I couldn't heal people. And God is real, but He's not trapped in the way that they've gave Him to you. That's the problem. And as long as you follow that method, you'll stay in the situation you're in, and you probably will stay in that situation that you're in. This is going to be a dangerous time. Right now, it's going to be a very dangerous time. The satanic forces have been moved into the White House. That's why that pentagram I be fussing about is upside down. Oh yeah, I'm a witch as well. I was initiated in 1974. The Midwest Pagan Council did it. One of the most powerful witches in America is part of that. A third generation out of Poland. But anyway, that lets me, that allows me to tell you that is an upside down pentagram that the president is standing in front of. And he did it on purpose. You ain't see nobody else stand in front of it. You need to get wise, or someone wise you to what's going on. There's going to be a solar eclipse coming. That solar eclipse, Mars Uranus is going to be conjunctioning, and Leo is going to, the fixed sign is going to be all mixed up in this. Whoa. The last time something like this happened was World War II. 1933, the same alignment occurred. We could be a little wiser this time. We're a little bit smarter. We can avoid it, but the chances are we're not going to avoid it. Trump already fired a missile, and the other groups, they don't care. All leaders in all countries is no good. America's not the only one with a bunch of leaders that has been leading their people down some false images. All countries doing it. The whole world is sick. Every leader that's standing up there, and they synagogues, and they whatever churches they carry, or whatever they want to call them, all of them are suppressing their people, and have been suppressing their people, and using their people. In Scripture, when they say collect souls, the man told you to do that. He needed as many men to fight and make sure he stay on top as possible. But you think he wants you to collect all them souls to go to heaven? Well, you know, you need to have a plan, because this is going down. God never told you to worship Him. Why do you think God wants you to worship Him for? Because he created you? You think that He said, now I want you to worship me? He ain't want that. He may have created you, but He ain't asked for all that. That's man's idea. And then He makes sure it's Him that you worshiping. You worshiping man, and you worshiping an idol, by the way. And you think you worshiping, man. Let me see here. You know what you need to know if they're lying to you. God could care less if you worship Him. He's not into that. He cares about how you living. There's a universal law. That's where God is. That universal law means it covers the whole planet. How are you going to talk about you have a God over here that's with you, but the other side don't have a God? That's what. Now you see why the world messed up. You walking around here claiming all that, and you don't have no idea what you're talking about. Someone told you to claim that, and the person who told you to claim that wrote it down on pencil and paper. Nothing visible told you that. Now God is in the air. Everyone can receive God's messages. It doesn't come to no special person. The information I got, millions of folks probably got it, just ain't talking about it. And if they ain't got it, they just haven't tapped into the universal laws. Everyone is the minister of their own home and own family. Black cats don't bring bad luck. They warn you about something about to happen. See how misled you are? When you see a black cat, don't try to fight that cat. Say thank you, and then start looking out for where the bad luck that the cat saw but that you didn't see. You're being misled. You eating all that meat, you're being misled. Why do you think you should be eating meat? I understand you're addicted to it, but do you understand what you're really doing when you're biting in the flesh? When you slicing the heart out of something else? Do you really think that's humane? See, your God is not my God, first of all. Is it a whole bunch of insanity going on there? They don't care about you.